So thanks everybody for joining us this morning. Hopefully there'll be more trickling in as we move forward. But maybe Carrie, if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourself. It sounds like Michael might be doing the driving today, but if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to get us rolling there.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone who's going to enjoy our slides today. My name's Carrie Jones, and I'm the Assistant Director at VHS, Eastern Virginia Medical School at ODU. VHS being Virginia Health Sciences. We've merged with ODU, and we are excited about that. We are here today to share our school with you and to answer questions if we can. We're happy to do that. Um, I would like to welcome Michael Hurst. Michael is an M2 second year medical student. He's one of our shining stars. And when I was requested for this presentation, I knew exactly who to go to, and that was Michael. So without further ado, Michael, why don't you share EVMS with our visitors?
Absolutely. All right. And if everybody can hear me, my name is Michael Hurst. I'm a second year med student here at EVMS. I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Now, I'm a second year med student, but this will be my fourth year here at EVMS, having done a 2-year medical master's program that's attached to EVMS. And just growing up here in the 757 Hampton Roads and seeing the caliber of physician that has matriculated to this program and emerged from this program, it's just an absolute honor to be able to talk about and expound on my life here, here in Hampton Roads and Norfolk, and as well as the curriculum and the resources that our school has to offer. So, where is EVMS? We're down in southeastern Virginia, in that little red circle right there in Norfolk, Virginia, right next to Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, in this greater county called Hampton Roads, lovingly called the 757 because of its area code. We are home to one of the largest naval installations in the world with Norfolk Navy Shipyard, and we're situated right at the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, one of our nation's most significant watersheds. We are also a 15-minute drive from the airport, which is to take a very short flight back to California. And pictured to the right are just some images of our very quaint but very active Norfolk downtown. And in the middle there is our Ghent, very walkable residential area situated on the Hague. So this is just an image taken by one of the members of my cohort who likes to fly in his spare time. And I think a key takeaway from this is that this image may look very, very big, but our campus is very small and it's situated very, very close to each other. There are two buildings on the bottom right that we're basically going to be in for our entire pre-clerkship didactic learning. And the larger buildings to the left are that's Sentara Norfolk General Hospital, which is a level 1 trauma center, and in the middle is the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters, the CHKD, which is the pediatric hospital. But I think a big takeaway from this image is during your application cycle is to consider how medical schools are structured around the city that they reside in, right? So there are medical programs in maybe more metropolitan areas where one facility is over here and then the research facility is a mile away or on the other side of town. With EVMS, our entire all the resources that we really need to succeed are pretty much situated in very, very close walking distance from each other. It really does take only about a minute to cross this area to get to any building that you need. And the image to the right was actually taken by another member of our cohort from the top of our parking garage. Very pretty. And this image just shares about housing in and around EVMS. Once again, this is a very walkable part of Norfolk. You can either cross the street and live in campus housing, or once again, cross the street and take a short walk to live in some residential townhouses. You can also live in closer to downtown where we have a little bit more nightlife. That's where me and a large amount of students live at the Belmont of Freemason or at the Rockefeller or the many apartments that we have in that area. And we have a variety of attractions here in Norfolk and in Hampton Roads. This entire area, as well as Virginia Beach in general, and Virginia in general, is just steeped in history and culture. We have art museums, aquariums, zoos. We have this variety of museums. In the bottom left is the Nauticus Museum, and we have a decommissioned World War II battleship. And every holiday season, they love to decorate the deck of the battleship with these beautiful Christmas lights, and you can walk around the deck with these lights. It's very, very pretty. In the top left there are some members of my cohort just enjoying the water, doing some kayaking. It's pretty incredible, and I would like to say that there aren't many other communities outside that I can think of outside of where you guys live and California, where you can enjoy a great day at the beach. We're so close to the beach here, and then take like a 2 hour, 3 hour drive, and then suddenly you're up in the hills. For us, where we have the Shenandoah Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains, 2.5 hours away, and we're also about 20 minutes to Virginia Beach and the beaches we have here. We have one of the largest spans of natural beach in the country. And being such a pocket of culture and diversity, we also have a variety of performance venues. We're right off of the 95 corridor, which is a very popular highway system that a lot of performance acts use to traverse the East Coast. So we have the Chrysler Hall, or Harrison Opera House, the Scope Arena for a bunch of live events, as well as the Virginia Beach Amphitheater and the famous Norva right here in downtown Norfolk. I'm a big fan of live music, and I've been to all of these venues growing up, and each one is just so wonderful. And we have a variety of sports options as well. We have several minor league sports teams, be that our Norfolk Tides at Harbor Park, which is right outside of downtown Norfolk, or our Norfolk Admirals that play in the Scope Arena. And we also have, now that we're part of Old Dominion University, which is only about a 15-minute drive from us, we have ample opportunity to attend our team's football games. And to the top right here is an image of all of us last year at a Norfolk Admirals game. Our school loves to give back to us, and I'm super appreciative of that. So they gave us free hockey tickets several times, so we got to enjoy some hockey games there. And what would we be without delicious food? Norfolk and Hampton Roads has a lovely local food scene. Here's just a couple of our favorites. Underneath Smartmouth Brewery, this is just a bunch of us students. We have a local charity 5K run that we get free tickets to participate in. It's a little tacky sweater 5K that I'll be running again in just about a month. So now I'd like to talk about our experience as an EVMS student. And for us, it starts with the white coat ceremony. I understand that for some other programs, the white coat ceremony happens a little later into their first year. But for us, it starts right at the beginning. And I think that's a wonderful opportunity to not only get a better sense of your cohort and start really making friends there, but also reflecting on the journey it took to get to that point and the journey ahead. And I'm right there in the back with with a big group of my friends here. So we have adopted the 18-month accelerated curriculum for our pre-clerkship learning. That's 1.5 years for all of our didactic training before we get into clerkships. All of this will be a mix of medical knowledge and clinical skills knowledge. One of the best things about our program in terms of training for medical knowledge is that our exams are primarily based on retired NBME exams. That's National Board of Medical Examiner style questions. So these train us to really prepare for our board exams like STEP. There are programs, and there are programs out there where all the questions are pretty much in-house. And those are extremely helpful, but sometimes they might not prepare you for the style, the NBME style of question that you're about to receive. So I think having that as a benchmark for assessment is quite valuable for us. We also have our clinical skills lectures and discussions, as well as our ultrasound program, which I'll talk more of in just a bit. Now I really want to drill in the idea of collaborative learning. Collegiality is one of our main principles here at EVMS, and that's working. And to me, that's working together for a common goal. And to that, it's about learning. And so we have a variety of study spaces, be it private, or primarily group. In our library, we have many of these very large group areas where we can sit together and throw practice questions up on the screen and discuss. And in that discussion, we get a better understanding of concepts, of very difficult concepts. Because once again, no one's an island. And here at EVMS, we like to stress that collaborative idea of learning together. We also have the opportunity to participate in our anatomy lab. We have prosected donors instead of dissected donors. To that, I say there are programs in which, when you're in the anatomy lab, it will literally just be, you doing the entire dissection of the anatomy. And for us, it's prosected. So that means it's dissected beforehand, and we get to work with faculty. The faculty gets to teach us of all the structures, the significant structures have been prosected for us to look at. And I think that's a little bit more helpful. And once again, applies more to that collaborative learning where we're grouping together and all learning from our facilitators. Within our clinical skills program is our standardized patients. The standardized patient program is right here, stationed in right next to us at EVMS, and they're not actors, but they're specially trained professionals to simulate a standardized patient. And this entire team is so helpful and so well received that they are actually they actually travel around the nation to participate as standardized patients for other medical programs. So we have initial access to them, which is a wonderful point for our program. And within our clinical skills opportunities are opportunities for simulated learning. So pictured in the middle there is us in the cave, which is our surgical training lab. And we're practicing some laparoscopic procedures. That's me in the back there with several of my friends. We can also use a simulated Da Vinci machine, and as well as several other simulated activities. So having that opportunity available to us is just wonderful. Now, another key point for our program is our emphasis of ultrasound training. There aren't too many other programs here in the nation that give you firsthand ultrasound training in your pre-clerkships. For us, it's basically within a week of starting our pre-clerkship training. We're in the ultrasound lab in the middle image there, learning from professional sonographers and practicing on our cohort how to use and operate the ultrasound machines. In the top left, we have the butterfly ultrasound machine. We have several of those that are just in the library that are available for us to walk down and check out, for us to take home and practice with. It's pretty outstanding that we have such early access to what will be a valuable part of our practice. And we also have opportunities to learn how to suture, proper suturing and sterile techniques. A lot of these pictures are from our Suture Fest that's put on by our surgery club. It's an outstanding opportunity where we can learn from our facilitators about proper techniques and training, and that's just a great opportunity. And now another awesome point about our program is our community engaged learning initiatives. This is a full department of our school that has these funded initiatives to participate and engage with the Hampton Roads community. Our one of the biggest ones is our Hopes Clinic, which is our free student-run clinic for Hampton Roads patients. But the one that I'm the student director for is the Medical Spanish CEL. That is it is just such a wonderful opportunity to we have to teach Spanish to build bilingual physicians and clinicians in the area. So we have a professor from Old Dominion University who comes down and offers free Spanish classes to us twice a week for about 3 months every semester. And you can learn from these free Spanish classes that we have, and then apply that learning through free health fairs that we have for the Spanish speaking population. We also have MESH, which teaches reproductive health to the local boys and girls clubs. And we have a variety of other CELs, not only these 7 that I've shown here, such as street health, environmental health, mothers and baby mermaids, and Virginia Beach EMT, EMS, but we have a variety of other ones, adaptive gymnastics, and the opportunity to form new CELs. One of the members of my cohort was able to make adaptive swim, where we get to participate in teaching children who are on the spectrum how swim lessons. It is just so incredible that we have the opportunity to engage with our community and apply what we've learned in our classes to the greater community as a whole. We also have a variety of professional societies and clubs, AOA, AAMC, we have the EVMS Alliance, we have military medicine, as well as our research society and the SNMA, of course. And this is just an image to show you that we do have the Health Profession Scholarship Program. It's very, very strong here, particularly because of our very high military demographic that is in this Hampton Roads area. And we have a variety of interest groups and clubs to participate in. Here are just a couple, such as the American Medical Women's Associations, are a variety of interest groups for all kinds of specialties, such as the Emergency Medicine Interest Group, and the Medical Society of Virginia. This is a really cool opportunity with us being so close to, we're about a hour and a half to our state's capital of Richmond, and about 4 hours from our nation's capital of DC. Being so close to those cities, we have the opportunity to participate in lobbying, lobby day through the Medical Society of Virginia and the American Medical Association. So these are just outstanding opportunities run through our interest groups. We also have the medical student research department. It is an outstanding department to help link medical students to research opportunities. I would not be anywhere in terms of research without them. And so we have dedicated student research advisors, as well as a summer scholars program that helps you create a research project and actively present it for research day. And within our student affairs department is our student wellness program, which is dedicated to making sure that student life here is comfortable and helps create this, once again, collegial environment for learning. So we have the lovely Buddy Brigade in the bottom left, just a group of dogs, a group of therapy dogs that we have visit us. In the center there is a gentleman from Dumar's Ice Cream. Apparently they invented the ice cream cone, but they visit us every semester a couple times to serve free ice cream to us. It's so wonderful. And we also have so many resources for academic support. We have the Prepare program, which is a pre-orientation program when you before you matriculate to prepare you for the basic biology and chemistry skills and knowledge, as well as the opportunity for financial aid and scholarships. Pictured to the right is the director of our academic development team. We call ACDev, Dr. St. John, and ACDev is so incredible. It's a group of PhDs who their entire field of study is on education and how to learn. And so they are like your biggest fans, and you can meet with them to help refine and improve upon your learning regimen so that you are super prepared for not only the exams that we have, but our board exams in the future. So I definitely wouldn't be here without DSJ. We also have support from our upperclassmen as well. We have a very robust Big Little program where you can get matched up with upperclassmen, as well as opportunities to receive academic resources through student-made flashcard decks and our roommate matching and housing advice. And pictured to the right there, we have just a very active social committee amongst our all of the classes. So we have mixers and potlucks. This is from our Thanksgiving potluck last year that we're going to have again in just a couple weeks. And to the top right there is our winter formal that we have every year that we'll be holding in just a couple weeks as well. And then in the bottom right there, this was a wonderful opportunity from our social committee where we were able to rent out a cruise line, and we had just like a small cruise for our class. So we have just a very active student body. And then the opportunity for gym and fitness, for personal wellness. We have a gym located inside of Waitzer Hall, and that's one of our key buildings that we'll be doing a lot of our pre-clerkship learning from. So those images at the bottom and to the left, those are from the gym, the free gym that we have in Waitzer. We also have gym facilities at Old Dominion University, which is our parent institution that's only about 15 minutes away. And then we have a variety of extracurriculars as well. We have intramurals, be that through powder puff and flag football, as well as the vagina monologues, which is an outstanding performance done by faculty and students here at EVMS to highlight the experience of women. And to the right and the bottom right is a couple of our student bands. I think one wonderful thing to highlight is how active our student affairs department is in helping you create and realize ideas that can for events that can like engage with the community. So I knew that there were multiple medical student bands in our here, and so what I wanted to do was a charity concert. I wanted to make a charity concert for a local charity. So I spoke to our student affairs department, and we were able to create and develop the logistics to put on an entire charity concert fielded with only medical student bands, and it was very successful. And I'm looking forward to the next one next March. And before you know it, it'll be time for residency. This is just some pictures of one of our recent match days. And in the next slide, you should be able to see we have very, very good matches, which you can find on our online. And I hope that has been able to paint the picture of a school that just is so about engaging with the community and orienting itself to make community-oriented physicians. This was a picture from the class of 28 and 29. We met at the beginning of the year, and I always enjoy looking at it because like these are folks that you'll see not only through your 4 years here, but in the future as a physician. So if you have any further questions, Ms. Carrie Jones will be your Polaris for all things VHS EVMS. And I just want to thank you guys so much for having me.
So, first off, to Carrie and by extension, Michael. Michael, I've done, probably 30 of these presentations since July with different admissions officials.
Mhm.
And you're the first student, med student, who's led one of these.
Oh, wow.
And your insight and never mind your just poise and presentation skills. I can completely understand, Carrie, why Michael was your go-to for this. And what I love about this talk is that maybe more cynical people will say, okay, this, admissions director is pitching their program, but you've kind of walked the talk, so to speak, and it's just an invaluable thing. I wish there were more students live on here right now. They'll watch this in playback. But your perspective has been a unique one for these kinds of things that I've done. So I want to thank you for taking the time out and giving us such a great kind of high orbit snapshot of the program that you're involved in. And my first question, Carrie, to you, this is probably not a Michael question, but while Michael was talking, I'm in the advisor information system in the AAMC, and I'm looking to see who all my applicants are. Is it too late to add EVMS to my students' schools list? I know you've been inundated with apps this cycle, I've heard through the grapevine. But is it too late for students to send in secondaries if they've been sitting on it?
I really am an honest person and I don't like to, I'm very transparent. And I would say, yes, it's very
Okay.
late.
Okay. All right.
I don't like to dangle carrots and I
Yeah.
don't want to collect
No,
supplemental
I
fees that means
appreciate
nothing
that.
to me.
My
Um,
enthusiasm attests to Michael's presentation skills, and I'm like, there's got to be more people getting in on this action. So that's
yeah.
great. So can you tell me, Carrie, kind of where you are? I'll stop the recording here shortly, but for those who maybe are waiting on an interview invite from EVMS, can you tell me where you are in the process and maybe what your numbers look like, and how late into the cycle will you go?
Yes, yes. Before I do though, I'm gonna let Michael go. He's so busy. Michael, you did a fantastic job. I'm so proud of you. And the reason why I chose a student is they're in there. They're in the ground. They're with everything in EVMS. They're traveling. They're learning. I'm up here in an office and I know the stats. So that's why I chose Michael. And that was excellent. Good job, Michael.
Excellent. Absolutely. Thanks, Michael.
He is a star.
He'll
Okay,
be a keynote speaker someday, I think,
absolutely.
Carrie,
He's a
a
natural.
keynote speaker in the making. Yeah.
He
Thanks,
is a
Michael.
natural. So where we are right now is EVMS will interview close to 800 people this cycle, we started in September and we go through the end of March. That being said, we have, and I'm easy going with my numbers. We've broken a record this cycle of all the history of EVMS at over 9,000 applications. And we've sent out at least 5,000 secondary applications. There's 151 seats. Yes, the competition's pretty fierce, but at EVMS, we're not just looking for numbers. We're not just looking for a strong MCAT and a strong GPA. We are very passionate about exposure, clinical experience, leadership, a lot of things that Michael was talking about that they're doing now. We want the well-rounded student who has so much passion for medicine, and that's who they're looking for. So, depending now, we do 50% in-state, 50% out-of-state. Female, male, and now non-binary is obviously very welcome. Other than that, it's just competitive.
Last question, and clearly, I think the secret is out about EVMS, given those kinds of numbers that you're talking about. Um, I actually just met with the Creighton University School of Medicine's admissions director was here for the last couple of days here on campus, and that's the question came up about the secondary applications and their in kind of cycle review process. That's why I was top of mind. Um, can you just, before I stop the recording, Carrie, would you mind just talking a little bit about the extent, you do the holistic review, but I oftentimes out here, as you can probably appreciate, research can be a challenge for some students. And when they build their schools list, am I toast if research isn't, a prominent feature of my application? Can you talk a little bit about the extent to which research plays a role in your, scoring matrix or whatever you all do behind the scenes?
Absolutely. Research is not required. It's nice when our applicants have research because that makes them they're more of a wide range applicant. They can do more things. But I'll tell you, they are really looking for clinical exposure, EMT work. They It's important to our committee that our applicants understand the day in the life of a physician. It could be a long, hard day. It's very rewarding as well. As our dean says, and it's wonderful, he says this every week. We do a Wednesday conference, and Dr. Thomas Kimball, our associate vice dean, he says, we want applicants who don't want to practice in an ivory tower. And I love that saying because it's not about money and it's not about prestige. Our applicants have heart and they look for the applicant who really wants to be in medicine. But research is available, as Michael showed. If they're interested, we don't want to shortchange the research. We do have medical students in research. Is it a requirement? No.
Okay. I think that takes care of the high level questions for me. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.